Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm the Mystical Intuitive, and today's Spirit card reading is about why you keep attracting the same kind of people and circumstances. I'm gonna look into your love life and just in general in your life. So for pile 1 we have the Fluorite stone. For pile 2 we have the Magnesite stone, and for pile 3 we have the Moonstone. So pick one of these 3 piles and then I'll see you at your reading. Alright, pile 1, the Fluorite stone. This is your reading. We're looking at why you keep attracting the same kind of people and circumstances in your life. I'm gonna look at your love life, especially, but also just in general. Alright, so let's see. Let's first see what kinds of circumstances you attract in love life and in general. Okay, so I'm getting some like an energy here of it's not necessarily settling, but staying in your comfort zone. That's what I'm getting here, right? Oh, I'm also hearing too good to be true. Okay, so one of the main reasons why you keep attracting the same people and circumstances is because you, on the subconscious level, don't necessarily believe that you're good enough for the people that are your ideal or the circumstances that are ideal to you, right? Okay, so I'm also getting money. So I don't know if you have like financial issues here, but it can hinder you, right? It can create sort of like a scarcity mindset, and so maybe the focus right now needs to be on money, or there are money issues. That's the situation that you constantly keep attracting here. We'll see. Yeah, I'm hearing too good to be true. Yeah, mastering money as well, I'm hearing. Okay. Yeah, so you think that things are too good to be true, and there's some issues here with mastering money. Let's see. What else? What kind of circumstances do they attract here? Okay, we have here the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. For me, this feels like a mismatch, right? Ace of Wands for me is like lust, right? Having lust for someone. So maybe you attract a lot of lust from people while you're in this Page of Cups energy, right? You are more romantically inclined, maybe in relationships, or maybe you're focused more on romance, on the feeling as well. And yeah, so maybe you keep attracting people who maybe only want you for your body, or only want something casual, right? And you're kind of invested already emotionally. Yeah, I'm hearing trick. It could be that they love bomb you even. They tell you that they have feelings for you, right? Like I'm hearing someone saying, I couldn't live without you. And then they say all these beautiful words, and then bam, couple months later, a year later, they're all of a sudden mean and breaking up with you, or they have someone else, right? Okay, we have here the Four of Wands. Okay, so I see like maybe family issues here, or issues with the home. Maybe financially dependent on family here, or maybe issues with, again, the home. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so that this can be charity, you know, someone giving you money. So again, financial dependence on a family member or someone you are living with or even married to. We have here to be continued. Yeah, so again, there's this energy of inaction. It's a very passive energy, you know, the Hangman. So it's probably because you're not going for the ideal situations because you think it's too good to be true, right? And then we have, oh, wait. Sorry, this is the Page of Wands. I thought this was the Page of Cups. This is the Page of Cups. Interesting that it still comes up. All right, same energy here, right? Maybe you are a daydreamer, especially with this Hangman. Like maybe you have like really strong Pisces energy in your chart. So you tend to daydream, tend to idealize things, right? Okay. Now let's see why you keep attracting these situations. What is the root cause of all these situations? Why? Maybe for some of you here, you're also kind of like daydreaming about love, but you're not taking action, or no one is pursuing you. Maybe you haven't dated anyone for a very long time, years even, or maybe even never, right? That can also be an issue here. Not being chosen, I'm hearing. So tell me, why is this happening? Why are these people coming into their life? Why are these circumstances in their life? Okay, we have here the Five of Swords. Yeah, this is not nice energy. Tattletale. Someone who rats on you, literally. Gossip. Maybe you keep attracting people who spread gossip about you or are secretly trying to sabotage your life. They can't stand your success or something like that. Empress, yeah, could be women, could be like jealous women, could be a mother as well, especially with the Four of Wands. That could be like also a huge mother wound, to be honest. Maybe a mother that was very critical of you, compared you to others, never thought that you were good enough, never was loving. It's not for everyone, but that could kind of cause you to be, to kind of subconsciously attract certain situations or people. I'm not saying that it's your fault, not at all. But this is one of the root causes. Yeah, Moon. It's like Moon is this very energy of illusion, right? You might be very much a hopeless romantic here, the Moon. But the Moon is anxiety also sometimes, for me at least, because it's this very heavy emotional energy. It's anxiety. Yeah. We have the Sun. Sun can signify confidence, so there's confidence issues here, right? Also issues with positivity. Again, you just thinking that things are not gonna work out well. Maybe, with this card, it could be that your own negative thoughts, your own self-concept, maybe what you think of your looks as well here with the Empress. Maybe you have negative, Empress is also kind of like your self-worth. It's Venus, which is your self-worth. And depending on what kind of like house your Venus is in, that's where you derive your self-worth from, right? Could be anything, but yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so how can we get rid of this? How can we stop getting these same situations, people and circumstances? How can we stop getting those in pile one side? How can we stop it? I hear you need to free yourself from this mindset. Like nothing is holding you back here, I feel like. Right? It's almost like you are your own worst enemy here. You can achieve the things that you want, I'm hearing, but also you can do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm hearing be bold. Okay, we have here the Ten of Swords. Heartbreak. So maybe someone is kind of breaking your heart. You're kind of in this loop, right? Or someone may be getting pleasure out of hurting you. So for you, I would say cut people off. Cut certain people off who do not want to see you happy, right? Or at the very least, establish boundaries. If you cannot do that, or if you don't want to do that, maybe you still want to have a relationship with those people. I can understand maybe if it's like family or something like that. But at the very least, you should stop, or at least have boundaries. Because I feel like there are people in your life that get off on hurting you. Like they're happy. It's very weird energy. Okay, we also have here the Justice card. Yeah, hot seat. So one thing I'm also seeing is that you need to stop listening to other people, right? Whether it's friends, family, social media, whatever advice you're getting, I think it's not good advice, to be honest, right? And so it's steering you in the wrong direction. I'm hearing like getting on your knees or clearing debt, right? So it's almost like you're almost subservient to the opinions of others, right? To approval of others, of society, of friends, family, right? And you have nothing to prove to other people. I feel like your intuition is good and you need to listen to it more, right? Don't ignore your intuitive feelings, right? Stop listening to the fear, that society pushed on you. Society was the one that said, oh, you can't have this because you're not good enough. This doesn't happen. No. Start listening to your own inner voice. Queen of Wands, this is confidence. The Queen of Wands thinks that she can do anything, right? She's very powerful. She's also a witch archetype. Yeah, so if you want to do witchcraft, it could help for you guys. I would even say, visualizing, manifesting. Manifesting is kind of also a version of magic, let's say. It just uses your imagination or your words. It's almost like a spell even, affirmations. So, yeah, you can also do that. It's almost like you have to retrain your brain. And yeah, I would do self-concept work here for this group. We also have the Knight of Cups. Wishes come true, I'm hearing. Wishes come true. The Knight of Cups, he's very much a romantic guy. He's the prince on the white horse, or the knight on the white horse, right? That's his archetype. And so maybe you don't think that you can attract this kind of person, or maybe you think that you cannot be in this energy. Let me clarify it. I will come back to that card. And we have the Nine of Swords. Stress, overthinking. Yeah. So I would say put a boundary up as well with yourself, with your own thoughts, If you constantly are ruminating about a certain situation, it's because your brain is trying to make you feel better by thinking about it. And when you think about it, you come up with a certain solution, or you come up with a certain closure. And so then your brain associates with thinking about the situation with something positive, because your brain just cares about, keeping you alive, And so the more you actually start thinking about it, the more your brain is going to make you addicted to thinking about it. So I would say stop overthinking, stop stressing out about stuff. If it's not something that you can have control over, stop thinking about it. And of course that's hard, or that's easy to say, but at the very least, do it in baby steps, right? Just bit by bit. Okay, and then we have the Six of Swords. For me, it feels like you need to move on from something, a person, a place. You need to leave wherever you are, or if it's in a connection or the people around you or a job, I don't know, but I feel like you need to leave something behind, something that's really causing you stress, right? Because this is going to calmer waters, right? Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Peace and ease. Yeah, you need peace. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Could also be friends, right? There might be friends who are secretly jealous or hating on you. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, yeah. So the knight, the knight on a white horse, or Prince Charming. You know, that's the Knight of Cups. That's his archetype. But Prince Charming can also be an illusion, right? He can also be a red flag. He can also break your heart. So just because someone looks great, right, in the beginning, doesn't mean that they are. So I would say give people time to show you before you get truly attached to them, before you fall for them. If it's not good in the beginning, it's not going to get better in the future. It's probably only going to get worse. Don't look at people through rose-colored glasses as well, right? All right. Well, this is all I have for you, Pal 1. I hope it gave you some sort of clarity and all that. And yeah, I hope to see you back on my channel. And if you want to watch more videos like this, just subscribe. And of course, like the video. It always helps out. Comment. I love to read you guys' comments. And if you want to read it with me, about any topic, you can always email me. My email is in the description box down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye bye. All right, part 2, the Magnesite stone. We're looking at why you keep attracting the same kind of people and circumstances in your life. So let's see. For the people that chose part 2. Okay, so I'm already hearing Pillar of Strength. So I feel like maybe you are the kind of person that a lot of people maybe rely on. I'm hearing within your job, maybe even family, you know, taking care of family financially or physically, I don't know, or friends, you know, maybe you're always the one who needs to give advice. People always kind of trauma dump on you, right? So maybe everyone always comes to you for help, but no one asks you how you're doing or is there really for you, right? So you're kind of this pillar of strength. Maybe you don't like to show weakness as well. I'm hearing mean mugging, so maybe you do have like that, you know, mean mugging face or RBF face. Maybe you like to keep people at bay here, right? I'm seeing like a pit bull, so maybe you do have this energy of that's very intimidating, right? So tell me why. So let's actually first look into the situations, and I'm gonna look at your love life and also just in general. But let's see what kind of situations you keep attracting that are not what you want to attract. Tell me. Bad habits, I'm hearing. Could be smoking, could be alcohol, could be drugs. Could be also, I'm hearing a sex thing, you know, maybe you kind of emotionally regulate yourself with that as well. Maybe it's kind of to numb the pain. Yeah, maybe you're currently kind of in a phase where you need to rebound. Maybe you've gotten your heart broken as well. I'm also seeing painting, so I'm here painting your face. So that could literally be a metaphor for like makeup. Maybe you don't like your face and you're trying to, like it's almost like you're addicted to makeup or maybe even filters, right? So it could even be like body dysmorphia or face dysmorphia. Yeah, I'm also seeing hug. I don't know why. I'm constantly getting like a hug. Like, do people come for you for hugs or something like that? I don't know. Let's see. What kind of situations are you attracting? And people that you don't want to attract anymore, that are not good for you, that are not for your highest good. Because I'm also seeing sleepless nights. So maybe you have trouble sleeping here. Two of Pentacles. This can be financial instability, but this for me feels mostly like being very busy. You're overworked, right? Maybe you're the kind of person who has a hard time saying no. So I see a lot of stress here. So I'm here letting go. There are things maybe that you need to let go of because I feel like you put too much on your plate. Maybe I'm also saying you're trying to do everything all at once. And what I'm getting here, it might be a better idea to not let go of everything, but start with one thing. And once you've successfully implemented that, then you go to the next thing. So let's say you want to do a glow up, working out and starting your own business all at the same time. Do one thing at a time. Like maybe for a month start working out, and then once you have kind of that rhythm going, you start brainstorming for a business idea, right? And once you kind of have a concept of what you want to do, you're kind of starting to implement it, that's when you introduce another thing, right? So don't be too busy, all right? Okay, we have here the King of Cups. So this could be you attracting maybe emotionally manipulative men or women, or people, let's just say. Yeah, because the King of Cups, he in his kind of negative state can be a bit emotionally manipulative. He can also be someone who ironically doesn't really express his emotions, even though he rules the domain of feelings and all that. He can be very private with it, but I'll clarify that. Page of Pentacles. For some of you are students, right? Maybe studying is very hard for you. Maybe you have bad habits, like I said earlier. Maybe your phone, and it's kind of distracting you, right? Maybe you constantly get stressed the week before finals because you haven't done anything or studied really, right? So and yeah, I'm hearing, of course, this is just a matter of discipline, you know, or changing up your study strategy. So you have the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups and King of Cups. Does that mean? I have Three of Pentacles. Okay, some of you work already, you're not students anymore. And we have the Moon. Okay, let's focus first on the love life. Why is the Two of Cups and the King of Cups here? I wonder if for some of you guys feel like you've kind of already met the love of your life, or you lost the love of your life, or you feel like you cannot walk away from someone because you love them so much. For others of you, it could be that you're trying to call in a soulmate here, a King of Cups, and it's not working, and you feel kind of lonely. You're like, where is my soulmate? Maybe it's very hard for you to fall for someone, to have feelings for someone. Maybe you haven't been in love for a very long time. I'm hearing neglected as a child. Maybe there's a connection there as to why you are just not able to fall in love quickly. Yeah, maybe because of the neglect, it's kind of harder for you to fall in love. You need to feel safe to fall in love. I think that's the issue here, and that's normal, right? It's not necessarily an issue, but I feel like you just need more safety than most people. Why is the King of Cups and the Two of Cups here? Why is the King of Cups here? I'm hearing proud. Like, I don't know if you've never been told that your parents were proud of you. Yeah. I mean, also you're scared. For some of you, you might have been scared when you were growing up. Okay. Why is the King of Cups here? For me, I also feel like a very independent energy. Like, I have to take care of myself. I have no one. Lovers. Okay. This might be either this is someone, like you're trying to call in either your soulmate or you've already met them. I don't know why. Devil. Yeah, yeah. You're obsessively thinking about finding the one. That's what I'm getting here. Right? Yeah, I'm hearing control, especially with the devil here. So it's ironically this need, this obsession with finding the one, it's kind of blocking you. Because I'm hearing it needs to be perfect, right? You're constantly analyzing every step or every little thing when you date someone or when you will date someone. That's the issue here. Instead of just going with the flow, like I feel like you need to go with the flow, especially here with the Two of Pentacles. That is this energy of going with the flow, right? Going with the waves. Why is the Two Cups here? Why is the Two Cups here? I'm hearing neglect as well. Maybe because you were kind of neglected as a child. You kind of put relationships and love on a pedestal because it would kind of, you hope it would replace the love that you kind of seeked in your early life, right? In the home. And I'm gonna say something annoying and cliche, but that love always needs to come from inside. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that you shouldn't want romantic love. I don't think it's healthy to, let's not say it like that. I don't think it's a bad thing to want romantic love, right? Romantic love can never, self-love can never replace romantic love. I get that, I truly do. But you still do need to approach dating from a place of power, from a place of self-love. Okay, why is the Two Cups here? The Eight of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, you might meet your soulmate at work. This is just Spirit saying to you, stop worrying about it. Stop controlling it. It's coming. Your soulmate is coming. That's what I'm getting. Stop controlling it here with the devil. You don't really need to do anything, right? Stop thinking that you need to look better, be better, heal. No, the soulmate is coming. He's coming. Why is the Two Cups here? Ten of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups here? This feels like very positive to me. Like they're just saying it's coming. Your soulmate is coming. Five of Pentacles. So some of you like maybe believe that it's never coming. You feel not worthy of it. That's your only job, to feel worthy of it, not by changing yourself. But it's coming. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? So maybe there could be issues in work projects or something like that. Maybe you're kind of being overlooked for promotions. You feel like you're not being seen in the workplace. Your talents aren't appreciated. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Or maybe you just have difficult people that you work with. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? I'm hearing trust. You trust people too much in the workplace. Like you tell them too much. Your ideas, what you're working on. Maybe they're kind of pushing their work on you. And maybe you need a little bit more stronger boundaries. You might just, gently say to them, oh, this isn't, in my scope of work. But I can definitely help you with or assist you with things that you need help with, or that's kind of not in your scope or something like that. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, Three of Wands. I also feel like you're too smart for the job that you're in right now. I feel like for some of you, you might need to apply for that promotion, or for a job elsewhere, right? Maybe you've stayed too long at the place that you been in, or in the job role that you've been in. I feel like it's time for the next move, right? It's time. For some of you, you might have been unemployed, maybe scared to apply for jobs, but if I feel like it's time. Maybe you're kind of scared for rejection here. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? I'm also hearing seer. So maybe some of you are intuitives, you know? So maybe you need to explore that. You have the gift of intuition or a psychic gift. You know, maybe you need to explore that. Maybe even, you know, do like I do. I have some sort of tarot channel and do private readings. We have here the Empress. Could be like women in the workplace who you have like an issue with. But also I feel like you also need to believe in your power, right? I mean, you're the Queen of Swords, the Empress. You're good at what you're doing. You can, you know, both the Queen and the Empress here, they're bosses, right? They're on top of their game. They're smart, they rule. So I feel like you're underestimating yourself. Why is the Moon card here? Why is the Moon card here? Wheel of Fortune. Maybe there's been a lot of changes in your life over the past couple of years. You know, the wheel turns. Sometimes you're on top. Sometimes you hit rock bottom, right? So maybe you've had a lot of changes here. And that's kind of caused a bit of anxiety or maybe even dark thoughts I'm hearing. And I'm almost hearing like stop manifesting it. It's almost like you're getting anxious about something and then it eventually starts happening, right? Because you keep thinking about it. And it's not necessarily in a manifestation way, but your self-concept or your expectations do kind of dictate how you act, right? And maybe you start self-sabotaging. Maybe you do something out of fear, or the opposite. You not do something out of fear, right? Okay, let's see why and what you can do to stop these situations from happening here. What can you do? Why do they keep happening and what can they do? Okay, so I'm hearing for some of you, there is this inability to kind of endure uncomfortable situations, right? We've talked about that at the very beginning. I feel like you stay in your comfort zone. So for you, what's very important is to learn to start getting more comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? Okay, if you're applying for jobs, you know, part of the process is getting rejected. That's just part of it, right? So get comfortable with rejection. It's just part of the process. Everyone gets rejected. Even the most successful people with the most amazing CVs, they get rejected all the time, right? It's just part of the process. And that goes in every area of your life, you know, dating, putting yourself out there, your finances, you know, starting your own business. In the beginning, it's gonna be uncomfortable, you know, especially if you're trying to improve your life. It's gonna be uncomfortable for a while. So let's see, why and what can they do? I'm hearing daughter. Like I'm hearing improving my life. Maybe you want to improve your life for your daughter. Maybe let that be your motivation. That's a good motivator. Okay, we have here the Page of Swords. We have the Death card. I'm also hearing married. Like I feel like for a lot of you, you really want to get married. Like that's really a desire here. Okay, Death. Yeah, so death is an energy of something ending, something leaving your life. Maybe you have a hard time with closure or letting go of something. We'll see what that is. We have here the Five of Swords. Yeah, sometimes you also just need to be selfish. I feel like you need to be more selfish. You need to think more highly of yourself, right? Five of Swords is this energy of, I can do whatever I want. I'm the best, right? It's that very competitive energy. So you need to embody that. Okay, we have the Temperance card. And we have the Page of Cups, one more, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. When I flipped over this card, I felt like you have the Ten of Pentacles. Don't worry about it, right? Love is coming. Don't worry about it. Okay. Why is the Death card here? Why is the Death card here? So the main things for you is relax. Stop expecting the worst things. Stop expecting that you're going to end up alone, that you're not going to get the job, that you're stuck because it's manifesting, right? You're almost self-sabotaging, and there is a warning that these negative thoughts can manifest, okay? The other thing is you need to be okay with the uncomfortable, right? For a while. So you need to get out of your comfort zone. And then selfish, yeah, be more selfish as well. We have here the World card. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, I get that maybe, once you graduated college, it was kind of hard for you. Maybe things took a lot longer than you expected them. Success came a lot longer or something like that. But I do feel like you're delaying an ending here. What kind of ending here, Spirit? What kind of ending? What is this death energy here? Okay, we have here the Queen of Cups and the Two of Wands and the Justice card. I'm still not getting what this ending is. It might be because it's different for everyone. Yeah, so it's probably different for everyone. I'm sorry. Yeah, could be. For me, it feels like though in the area of like finances and education and career, that's the area that's like kind of I feel the most strongly. It's not necessarily like love or something like that. Yeah, so you're delaying something here in this area. Only you know what that is because it's different for everyone. Could be something legal here, could be a contract, could be like dependent on someone or giving someone money or someone being dependent on you. I don't know. Okay, why is the Temperance card here? Okay, so I'm hearing friends. So I don't know if you've had like issues with making friends, but I'm seeing them coming. So when I got this card, I felt like patience, like you needed to be patient with something. So it could be patient with new friendships coming in. Sometimes it's better to wait for good friendships than to just befriend someone just for the sake of not being lonely. We have here the Six of Swords. Yeah, it's like you're going to attract better friends here. Temperance is also, getting rid of those bad habits, right? So that's something that you need to work on. There's some bad habits here. Where's the Page of Cups here? I'm hearing Uno reverse, and it feels to me about your love life. So you might have now seen a lot of people, being happy, getting married, having children. And I feel like there'll be a moment in the future where you'll get that too. And the people that you saw that were happy, they might get divorced or something comes out that someone cheated in that relationship, right? So the tables might turn. I'm also seeing like maybe someone, left you for someone else or there was a third party. And I feel like that's gonna, they'll get they're not gonna get their happy ending basically, right? You'll have the last laugh, I'm hearing. So don't worry. Like, I feel like when it comes to your love life, like spirit has your back. Like they have someone in mind here. Let's specifically ask about love life. Like, what can pile 2 do to not have these same circumstances in their love life? Okay, so I'm hearing you are the judge, jury, and executioner. They are telling you, tell us what you want and we will bring that person to you. You have control over who you end up with, right? If you want a specific kind of person, they will give that to you. So it's not set in stone who it is. Yeah, see, as I said, so say that 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Yeah, and it's, for me, the Tower is not a negative because of the 9 of Cups here. It's like you will unexpectedly meet your wish, your dream person. It's going to be unexpected. You're not going to see it coming. You don't have to do anything. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like they're going to give that to you. So ask, what I would advise you for your love life, ask whatever you believe in. Spirit guides, your higher self, God, the universe. Write down what you want, ask them for it, and they will bring it to you. It's like that simple for this group, all right? Well, that's everything that I have for you, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you. I hope to see you again on my channel. Subscribe for more videos if you want to see more videos like these. And of course, like the video, comment, and if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email is in the description box down below. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye. Alright, pile 3, the Moonstone. This is your reading. We're looking at why you keep attracting certain people and circumstances. I'm going to look at your love life, but also just in general, you know, in other areas. Okay, so I'm hearing on the same team. So maybe you feel like that people don't hear you, misunderstood. People, I'm hearing they call you dramatic, or maybe they don't... You feel like not validated when it comes to your concerns, like they dismiss your concerns. I'm hearing judged as well. Maybe you're being judged by people who have like different beliefs than you around you. I don't know. Yeah, miscommunication. That's what I'm getting here. Miscommunication and not understood. Yeah, value judgment. You feel like there's something about you, a characteristic that you have, where you feel like a lot of people judge you for it. Like maybe it's not seen as ideal by society. That's what I'm getting. I'm hearing approve. So maybe you kind of on the subconscious level kind of secretly want approval. You might not be aware that you're doing this, but like maybe you want approval from society or certain people in your life. I don't know. Yeah, maybe your career could be also something to do with physical looks. I don't know. Let's see. What kind of circumstances and people do they keep attracting that they don't want to, or that are negative for them? Okay, so I do get like hope. So maybe you feel a bit hopeless. Maybe this feels like depression, or maybe even darker than that, right? Maybe you feel like life isn't going to get better. So I'm hearing black cat. So it could be black cat energy. Maybe you have a black cat. That's also associated with witches. You know, witches were kind of ostracized by society. They were looked down upon by society. I have here the 7 of Pentacles. Maybe you're waiting on something, investing in something. Maybe you feel like you have to wait. Maybe wait for your love life. Maybe it's literally your weight, like how much you weigh. Maybe that's something that you struggle with. It's been kind of drawn out for years. You keep dieting. I'm also hearing reproductive organs or something like that. Maybe you have issues with that. We have here the moon. It's so interesting because the moon came out in all 3 piles. You know, the moon does kind of signify your mental health, right? To your emotional state, to your emotions, your feelings. So yeah, for all three piles, that can be, and I feel like it's pretty normal. But yeah, there might be like things with anxiety, sad thoughts, depression, you know, hopelessness. And also, it's interesting, there's a black swan here. I did not notice that. And we've kind of been talking about this energy of feeling ostracized. So it's coming up again, this imagery of being like the black sheep in the family, or being the black swan that's not looked upon as ideal or beautiful in society, right? I'm hearing repressed. So maybe there are things that you're kind of repressing. So for you, for this group, it might be a good idea to do like shadow work and to kind of start integrating your shadow aspects, right? And that's Carl Jung, you know, the famous psychiatrist. He has a lot of work on that, so you might want to read into that, or Google about it or something like that. But yeah, I feel like that's very good for you, to make the unconscious conscious, to make your shadow side visible. You know, all these parts that you kind of repressed. Could be like maybe you need to journal and just write everything down that you feel. Okay, we also have the Five of Swords. Okay, so I'm hearing connection. So I feel like for this group, you find someone in love, right? You feel connected. You thought it might have been like the one, or you felt like they cared about you, and then all of a sudden they showed their true colors. No, they left. They effed you over, just so to speak, or they all of a sudden they became selfish. I don't know. I feel like there's this energy maybe of someone walking away constantly, or things not working. Okay, we also have the Prince of Swords. Okay, so I'm hearing mentally. And the Prince of Swords does kind of rule, you know, the mental world. I'm hearing skeptical. So maybe you're very skeptical. And it goes back to this moon energy of feeling a bit hopeless, right? Maybe you're really skeptical. You're kind of in the phase of being skeptical. Okay, we have here the Ten of Wands. So when I look at these cards, I feel like not necessarily a lot is happening in your life. And that is the issue, you know? When I ask like what kind of people or circumstances are you attracting, it feels like nothing, right? You have to wait. It's empty. People leaving. Skepticism. Stress. Hard work. Full. Maybe also it's because you're afraid to start a new beginning, afraid to start to take a risk here. Maybe you're kind of waiting because you're afraid of the risk. Okay, let's get some more cards, okay? Because it's not really clear what the issue here is. Actually, let's just specifically ask about the love life. Like, what's the issue here in the love life? Bloom. I'm hearing late bloom. Could be late bloomer. Something is not blooming. Like, right? It started out good, but it just never takes off with people. Okay. This is the Emperor. And yeah, so you're looking for your Emperor, but you're attracting the Prince of, or the Page of Wands. That's the issue here. Someone immature, someone who lives in the now, someone who just wants to have fun. Yeah. And so for some of you, choose to not date. And for some of you, you just keep getting disappointed, right? Okay. Anything else? Like, what's the issue? Actually, let's just ask why. Why you keep attracting these people and circumstances. Now here, I can't pinpoint it. Maybe you've been trying to figure it out yourself. I'm hearing the blueprint. So maybe it could have been that you saw these circumstances in your parents' life. Like maybe it was modeled to you. Could be like past life issues. It could be like a generational, not necessarily curse, but just again, generational patterns that you're kind of working through here right now. Tell me, why do they keep attracting these people and circumstances? I'm hearing spinning. I'm seeing someone being spinning, being dizzy. So it's almost like you cannot see it. Like maybe you're in survival mode. So it's like you cannot analyze why. Okay, we have here the Hierophant. Yeah, could be because of tradition. You know, okay, I get it now. So for some of you, you might have been brought up in a certain household with certain traditions, and you were kind of like the black sheep, the black swan, the one that was kind of ostracized, the one that was kind of chastised for certain behaviors, right? You didn't feel like you fit in growing up. And that's still affecting you. That wound is still open, and maybe you've kind of repressed it, but that needs to be dealt with here, I feel. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of leaking into other areas. We have here the Ace of Cups as well. Maybe like love is missing in your life. Unconditional love, you know? Maybe you've never had that. Maybe love was always conditional. You always had to be a certain way to earn love, maybe from your parents, or you feel like love is conditional as well. You have to look a certain way, be better or something like that, right? Like maybe you're the kind of person who's like, okay, I'm gonna wait until I improve myself before I start dating, because you believe that you just existing is not worthy of love, right? You feel like you have to earn love. All right, we have the Tower. Could be that you're also, you went through a lot of Tower moments and you're still kind of have like, I don't know, PTSD of it, right? You still need to work through that. And so you kind of always maybe expect the worst. That's what I also feel for this pile. You expect the worst. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups here. This goes back to family. And I've said that in all three piles. Yeah. I feel like for some of you, you're kind of worried that you're never going to have a family, never going to have children. Yeah. Okay, we have here the King of Swords. I'm hearing also Fate. So maybe you feel like faith somehow is kind of holding you back from the love life that you want. Like maybe there are certain traditions in your culture or something like that, or in your faith where you kind of are struggling with. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming here, I guess, but I feel like faith here is kind of an issue here. Okay, we have here as well the Temperance card, King of Swords. For me, this King of Swords feels like a very cold man, an emotionally unavailable man. I don't know if you keep kind of attracting those kind of men. That's an issue here. It could be, you know, from a mother or father wound, or it could be that you're attracting emotionally unavailable women as well. But yeah, coldness. I feel like coldness from the King of Swords. And you need fire here, because maybe you are water. Maybe you have a lot of water, right? You are capable of this Ace of Cups. You have a lot of love to give, right? You want that pure, true love. So you're very emotionally sensitive as well. And so you need someone who's passionate here about you. Someone who desires you, burns for you, who yearns for you. But maybe you keep attracting nonchalant people who do not yearn for you. Yeah. But this is, I feel like, who you need. Someone who's passionate about you. Someone who's not afraid to let you know how much you mean to them. So don't settle unless you get that. Okay, let's see now what you can do. What you can do. What can pile 3 do in order to not attract these people and circumstances anymore? Okay, so I'm hearing beard. I don't know what that means. Beard. Like, it feels to me like someone putting on a beard as a disguise. So maybe you're disguising yourself, or maybe you're not showing your true self. Maybe that's part of it. Like, you're always closing yourself off because you're so afraid of being judged. And maybe that goes back to your childhood, you know, or feeling like you were the outcast in some way in society or whatever, in your family. And so that kind of makes you not reveal your true feelings, your true personality. And that can actually hinder you from attracting like-minded people. You know, if you never show yourself, people like you or who are like you can never find you, right? They don't know. You need to give off a signal, let's say. Okay, what can they do to stop meeting or attracting these people and circumstances? Okay, so I'm hearing you need to be done with it. Closure. There's some closure that you need. Maybe you keep ruminating about the same, about past events. I think I talked about this in either pile 1 or 2, I don't remember. Yeah, okay, we have here the 4 of Wands. I'm here scared of commitment. It's like you want marriage, maybe. You want family, but you're scared of it. That it's going to control you, I'm hearing. Prince of Pentacles. I'm hearing it's okay. I feel like with this Prince of Pentacles, it's okay to be a novice, right? It's okay to be a beginner. It's okay to still learn in love. It's okay, right? You don't have to feel bad about maybe not having enough dating experience or not having enough work experience or feeling like you're behind in life. No, it's okay. Those are phases in your life that you have to honor, because without those phases, you will never get to the mastery level, right? So honor the fact that you are a novice in something, right? That you are an apprentice. Okay, we have the 3 of Cups. I feel like for you, it feels like for me, this pile, it's like you stop living. Like, when was the last time you did something just because you had fun doing it, right? Even if it was just going for a walk and getting your favorite coffee or cookies or baked goods or a cake, I don't know, right? Just the simple little things. Like, did you stop enjoying life? I feel like there needs to be more joy and fun in your life. Life is not supposed to be that heavy, right? It's okay if there are happy times, and I'm not saying that you should ignore it, or I'm aware that life sometimes is unfair, it's hard. But even in those moments, in those periods, try to find joy somewhere, even if it's about the little things. Okay, we have here the Magician. Okay, so this is willpower. This is kind of conjuring something in your life just by wanting it, right? Queen of Wands. Maybe you are a fire sign as well. You have a lot of water and fire. And we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so for you, this pile, how do you stop getting these circumstances and people in your life by taking action. Queen of Wands, Magician, Eight of Wands. This is action. And not thinking that everything is gonna fall short or it's not gonna happen. There will be joyful moments again in your future, right? Four of Wands is also happiness. So I would focus on trying to revive happiness. So maybe it's something to do with your dopamine, right? Maybe it's just harder for you to have like more positive thoughts. So maybe you want to change your lifestyle to create more dopamine, maybe through diet, maybe not scrolling, on your phone, or maybe, maybe seek out therapy and get sort of a combination of treatment between therapy and, maybe drugs or something. SSRI, I think they're called. So that kind of creates dopamine. Maybe you want to look at that, because for me, when I look at these cards, the way to get rid of it is by taking action, right? That's it. It's because you're afraid to take that risk. You have so much power here in these cards. I mean, this is all you. Like half of this spread is saying you can create, you can do it. Yeah, it's actually, you have so much power, so don't deny that. Don't think you don't have that, okay? Well, that's all I have for you, pal. Sorry, I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading, you can always email me. My email is in the description box down below. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.